know who we got in the building today. It's your boy Bree Wop.
It's the homie Autumn.
Yes, sir. And today we got a very special guest.
Yeah.
We got the man HMZA. Yes, sir. Right here, man.
My name's HMZA, aka Baby Sass, aka Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Little Bigfoot.
All
Yada
that.
yada.
A little Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Chewbacca type vibes.
Yeah.
All that.
Real mysterious type.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see this nigga walking the street, you better get a picture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once in a lifetime sight, unicorn.
Right.
Facts, man.
Man, I appreciate you coming through today, dog, man. Hey,
Yes,
you know
sir.
what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate you guys having me, man.
Oh man, this has been a long time coming, man. We've been listening to your shit, man. It's been bumping, bro.
Bumping,
This
man.
shit is fire. Yeah, we just feel like it's been time for motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Let know who you are, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. So getting into that for sure. You know, obviously you go by HMZA. You know, let us know a little bit about you. You know, where you from for sure. Like how you got your name, all that, man.
Okay. Well, yeah, my name's HMZA. That's my actual name. I'm from Berkeley. Lived
Big
all
time.
throughout the Bay Area.
Right.
Majority of in Oakland. I get my name. I'm half Libyan. Both my parents are Muslim. So yeah, here we go, Hamza. I don't know, man. I'm just like a stoner pothead like hippie kid, and I just like wound up like fucking putting time into rapping, man. And like I always wanted to be a musician and shit, and like I was a musician, but just kind of became like a spur of the moment thing, and it was something I was good at. So,
Factual, man. Yeah, that's dope. Like, so I mean, obviously, you say you East African, HMZA, like that's your real name, so that's dope as fuck. Does it come from the actual hand symbol, like the signs and everything?
Yeah, there's many like different like representations and like meanings and like different cultures. It's oh yeah, by the way, I'm North African, but
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but like it's got it's a deep rooted name, and I definitely love it. That's why I just stayed with that.
Your name have a specific meaning?
It means like lion heart of God or something like that in Arabic.
Right.
I think it means like five in like Hebrew or some shit.
Right.
It's like the like all seeing or like fucking evil eye hand.
Right.
Like word off bad shit too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know a lot of the hippies nowadays got they got that.
All the hipster chicks got that tattoo on their
got the little all
thigh,
seeing.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sure.
But yeah, that's some real shit in the Arabic culture where you got that eye. Of course you got the conspiracies with the Illuminati, all that eye shit. So it's a prominent kind of like topic and kind of idea for sure. That's different. That's fire, man. Like really dope, man. But
Sure. Yeah, I know that you're really big into skating, man. You should lay down some of your big skating inspirations, man. There's a lot coming out here in Berkeley. A lot of legends went to the Legends. Right by Beehive.
Dude,
for sure.
I mean,
That's a legendary spot.
Fuck skateboarding, man. Like before music, it was skateboarding that I was gonna do.
That was the path you was gonna take to straight
Yeah,
forward.
I was like a little fat kid, trying to do shit, but at the same time, I was like pretty good for my weight.
Right.
But like then I got like inspirations, just like playing fucking video games, watching like old videos and shit. I went to SF Skate Club for their first like little summer thing.
Okay.
And that like shit blew up, and like a bunch of cats like who were in that like ended up like going to FTC and like a bunch of big companies.
Right.
A lot of big sponsorships and shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's just around like living in San Francisco too. There's a lot of fucking skate spots. Like.
Yeah, I've been seeing motherfuckers. We were driving by Twin Peaks the other day, and motherfuckers were bombing those hills and shit. You know what I'm saying? Crazy motherfuckers.
Stupid.
Going ham.
That shit not scary to you, bro? Trying to bomb a hill, catch a speed, all type of shit.
Dude,
man.
yeah, well, I got a bunch of fucking battle scars from that shit, man. Skating in Frisco, specifically bombing hills. I hit my head at the bottom of a hill going like 35 miles an hour.
Goddamn.
And Yeah, I was hospitalized
Ooh.
for 3 days, you know, but
Concussed as a motherfucker.
yeah,
or what?
no, I was good, you know, like there's, you know,
That's
plethora of injuries, you know, but like
Legit
do
war
what you
room,
love,
man.
man.
War room, man. That's
I'm
what
just
comes with
trying
the
to-
territory.
I'm just trying to do it and maintain my, you know.
Yeah, once you get grown,
myself,
shit
yeah.
changes. Yeah, you gotta. Nigga, once you get a job, shit changes. You know what I'm saying? You get grown and shit. Like, actually, I'm trying to go home in cool condition today. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to.
Fucking
Yeah.
can't tour in a like fucking wheelchair, man.
Yeah.
And you ever had any crazy like break-ins or anything? Like fucking like arms, like anything?
Yeah, dude. I was skating this skate park in Fremont, and I was a little bit drunk last run. Fucking, I was in a snake pit.
What's that?
It's like what you would like consider a bowl, but it doesn't have any coping, and it's just like smooth transitions in out, you know. So it like goes like zigzag around. I was a little bit drunk, you know. Like I tried to hit like this one turn, and didn't hit it. Fucking put my left foot out. Like yeah, tweaked it somehow. I shattered my heel, tore my ACL.
Oh.
Fucking tore the top tendons, broke like the top 3 of the metatarsals.
Metatarsal.
Yeah,
he
man.
bringing out
This
the
nigga
Yeah,
said
dude.
metatarsal.
My shit was
What
so
the
fucked up at first. They like thought like, well, your foot could like start like rotting and shit. Like you just
'Cause it's
the
circulation
like,
just,
yeah,
like,
circulation,
cut off and
yeah,
shit.
because it was like straight blue, you know, looked like a fucking baked potato, man.
That
bitch
Like,
was full in as a
yeah,
motherfucker.
dude.
Yes.
And,
Facts for that motherfucker.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah, that's
but
some
like,
different
you
type
know,
of lady,
like
bro.
a couple years later, you know, I'm all good. You know, I was rocking
yeah.
that fucking knee scooter for a while, man.
That's hard.
Like,
You just
still
tell
on
them
some wheels, man. That's all that matters, you know.
That's
As long
what's
as
up.
you're skating,
Kept
man.
rolling.
Exactly.
kept rolling, bro.
Felt like I was like in Mario Kart bombing hills, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
that's crazy as fuck, dog.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's honestly for me, that's one of the biggest things
That's-
that
man.
deterred me from skating. Like,
Off top.
I'm like, damn.
Cause my big ass tried skating at 1.2, man. And I, you know what I'm saying? My mom got me a little ramp and shit. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
You had a ramp?
Yeah, she got me a ramp because I tried to be a BMX and a skater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
he
like,
was in
I
it.
tried both. I hit the ramp on the BMX, whoop, front flip, back my shit.
Oh yeah,
Said fuck that. Skateboarding, I tried to bomb a hill near Hilltop. Fucking went down that bitch, boom, fucking slid face first into traffic and shit, all on my stomach. It was a wrap.
Yeah,
I'm cool. I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds. I'm cool.
Yeah, dude.
But you on a penny board.
I was on a regular board that time. I'm cruising now. I'm cruising.
Yeah,
I'm keeping my pace now.
I can dig it, man. You got any crazy like brands that you specifically like fuck with coming from the Bay Area or like from an actual like skating perspective?
Shit, man. Fucking, I like a lot of it, you know.
There's a lot of dope
I
ones.
like the GX 1000 dudes. Those dudes are fucking sick.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, yeah, I love like just like street skating out here. It's always like so fun. Everybody who's out here is, you know, a
The culture's
big
deep.
community too. You know, like,
Right.
and yeah, with that, like I just, you know, I love it all. And then like there's a bunch of fucking my friends who are starting small companies,
Mhm.
bunch of skate shops, pop up shops and shit. You know, like yeah. You know, I just love it all, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It's fire.
Culture's definitely getting bigger and better out here for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to it, man.
Like,
I
not
mean,
like
it's
the
Cali.
Supreme
You were talking
shit,
about
but
video
local
games.
shit
Any
is
like
fucking sick, dude.
any like skating video games you were a fan of?
Dude, all of it, man. Fucking skate was, you know, the
Skate
big
was
one,
fire. You know, PS3.
Tony
Okay.
Hawk's Underground too.
Legend.
You know, that was the shit.
Legendary.
That
You
American
know, Pro
Wasteland
Skater.
shit.
You know,
Yeah.
like all that. You know,
That
all that
shit
shit
was
was
fire.
dope. Fucking. There were even some others, man. Touch Grind, you know, like.
Oh, you going? Oh shit. That's
Dude.
rough. Yeah,
Did you feel as a skater on those games like the gameplay did it like kind of mesh with the whole skating vibe? Like were you able to actually do like all the tricks like that you kind of like thought
Not
about?
quite, man, because I was like an obese child, you know.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I would try, you know, you just can't do it. But like after a certain point, you know, I just got the basics, and like I did
Mhm.
like end up losing weight and getting a growth spurt. So then I could like I was good, you know, until
That's
like
dope.
injuries, you know.
Right.
It's fire. How you feel about like skating high cross with the whole like snowboarding culture, like all of that vibe?
Well, fucking snowboarding's hella fun.
Mm.
Shit's like kind of classes, but like you know, It's like,
Definitely.
I go
If you
snowboarding
got the
with my
money, yeah,
friends,
you snowboard.
but like, I wouldn't fucking just go snowboarding with like some fucking, like, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
You gotta plan that motherfucking trip out for sure. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Sure.
That's fine. How long you been skating for?
Shit, like 20 years, something like that.
Goddamn. Goddamn legend. That's dedication right there, man. Drop some goddamn boards with that dedication.
Yeah, sweat in years, man.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, so with the music, man, you got a real soulful sound to your music, man. It really reminds me of damn near of my childhood. Erykah Baduish sounds, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibes I'm getting. Music so childish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Some of those some inspirations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Fucking, that's just the most beautiful fucking music.
That
man.
neo soul shit.
Funk, dude.
Yeah.
Parliament, Funkadelic, fucking Betty Davis, like,
Ooh.
you know, like all of that shit is like that psychedelic funk rock, man.
Right.
Bootsy is like, it's so
Bootsy's
fucking nuts, man. Like, it's just like,
dope as shit.
that's like the pocket I want to just like expand on. And like, I also, you know, like before I ever rapped, I was like just like a vocalist, and you know, like I would write music and play guitar and you know whatever. So like, but I would do blues and shit, you know. So like, I feel like it ended up working, and I smoke a lot of cigarettes, so you get like the raspy,
you get
you know,
that feel, yeah.
high shrill,
Yeah.
you know. So I just made it work to my advantage, you know. Like I saw like how like D'Angelo, how Anderson .Paak, how like a bunch of people just like fucking layer their like fucking shit, and how they put that in
Anderson
their
.Paak is raw as
inflections,
shit.
you know.
He's
Like I'm
one of
like,
my
man,
favorite
like I want to learn how to do that. Just like you know, like I want to learn how to approach something like that. You know? So like I think the new music I'm making is like expanding on that a lot more. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Anderson .Paak's a great description, man. He's definitely one of the groundbreaking artists right now. He's just blazing his own sound. He's definitely got some older sounds to him, but yeah, he's blazing his own path.
Yeah, you talk about that neo soul. Anybody who's doing that right now, he top for that, man.
Yeah, he's the most versatile artist, man. Like he can fucking rap on like the highest level. He can fucking sing on the highest level. He can fucking play music on the highest level. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what like. You know, like really to me just like hits, you know. Fucking, so I just want to do that, man.
Sure.
You know, build on the live instrumentation and shit, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, let's get into that a little bit with the live instrumentation, because I mean, you know, it's definitely nothing wrong with like doing synths and all of your songs kind of being created off of that. But I think, you know, the first thing when I'm listening to your music, like that I can tell that you with the layers of the instruments behind it, like it's almost like you kind of know that you have some type of musical like background, like you say you was a vocalist, something like that. So, you know, let us know a little bit like how you got started with the guitar, like being a vocalist.
Yeah, dude. My stepdad Toho Saunders, shout out to Toho. He's a fucking, you know, hard gun, legendary reggae bass player out here. You know, he's played with George Clinton and a bunch of cats. You know, Sugar My Knife, fucking Black Uhuru. And you know, like I grew up like with them, like fucking, you know, just having like their practice sessions in the house, you know, like there's a bunch of fucking instruments and shit, you know, so like you just like, you know, like as a kid you're just interested and you're just like, fuck man, I want to pick some shit up. So you know, I was playing drums mainly and like guitar, and you know, guitar just stuck, you know. I learned how to play a little classical by myself, self-taught, and
congrats, man.
yeah, I went into the Berkeley High Jazz Band for 2 years. You know, I was doing that, you know, heavy for a minute, and yeah, then I kind of stopped for a while. But like, I think like all the new shit is like bringing me back to like actually like playing and like creating the beats too. You know, so I'm pretty happy about that. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. I know you had like a sick ass, like it seemed like some guitar, like kind of like sounds happening in one of your songs off of your newest album, like 23. That shit was, you know, you had some instrumental tracks and that shit was banging, man. I'm just listening to that shit, like, and like, you really like going hard on it. So, you know, I could definitely tell you, you know, you got that musical mindset where you're able to kind of bring those sounds, and you know, as a listener at least, you know, I think it'll be dope to hear more and more of those type of sounds. So I'm glad to hear that you're like, you know, kind of verging back into meshing that with your music for sure.
Yeah.
Do you see any comparisons for yourself? Do you compare yourself to like any artist or your sound? Like, do you see yourself?
I mean, I could like you could name like a bunch of artists that like are probably like in like the same like
pocket,
you know
yeah.
same pocket, but you know I try to at least like keep my shit original, you know. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. Definitely sounds original, but you know,
And
every
like
artist
my
has that.
content, you know, like I want to bring something, you know, different to the table, you know. But like I would say, you know, like anybody who's like on a high level with the lyricist shit, and like also does like vocals, you know, like it could be, you know, a fair comparison, you know.
Yeah, I can see like a Most Def. That'd be dope. I can see that comparison a little bit.
Well,
You
shit,
definitely
I
rap your ass
appreciate
off.
that, man.
For sure.
You know, I
That's
don't
off the top
know,
of the
I don't
head.
know if that's, you know.
I ain't trying to.
Like, you know,
Hey, I was
shit.
just, you know what I'm saying? I was just off the top of my head, man, for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely go towards an honest impact too. Maybe not like straight sounds how you sound, but like the way that you definitely bring in all of the mixes between rap and everything. I even add in a Childish Gambino because it's crazy sounds and it's lyrics too that you know kind of come in and mesh. And like when you talk about like from a lyricism perspective, you know. How do you feel like you really like try to give like you know those bars that touch a little different kind of side, like you know either from like you know, spiritual side or really just something that's you know from more like you know your insides like or like you know your emotional perspective.
It's just from a real side, man.
Yeah, I feel
you know,
you.
like there's a balance in life that you know, like I feel like one must have, you know. But like all of my music, you know, I guess it's like conscious in the fact that it's like me like displaying what I feel at that moment, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, man, you know, some people make party music. I just want to make like life music, you know.
Facts.
Living music.
That's what it's about. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely
Yeah,
feel you.
having relatable music definitely helps. You know what I'm saying? It helps a lot of people, for sure.
Shit, man, you know, like, I'm not, like, some fucking, like, crazy, like, cool, you know, fucking rap guy, you know? Like, you know that, man. I'm like a fucking,
No, yeah,
like,
you're a cool ass
you know, a
motherfucker,
little
man.
corny fucking Berkeley kid, man, but, you know,
Hey, wait, bro. It's
God
cool.
or the universe has blessed me, you know, with
Facts.
clarity, you know, through,
Facts.
you know, music, you know, so I appreciate that, you know?
It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing for sure, man. And you know, as an artist, you know, you giving that blessing back. You know, gotta respect every artist, and especially you know the ones who are bringing that type of vibe, and not just to turn up music, because people gotta relate. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of music. You know, well, not the whole point, but you know, you preaching out, you trying to get something off, and then as a listener, I'm trying to relate to it. You know, it's gonna hit a certain kind of part of me that you know I'm like, okay, like this some dope shit, and I fuck with it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's fire, man. Like,
yeah, man.
shout out to you for that.
So with the song off of 23, What You Want, what were you trying to get off on that song?
Dude.
Because that song is, it felt like you were trying to really, what the fuck you want?
Dude,
You know what I'm saying?
that song, like, to be honest, I feel like that album was so, like, scattered. And that song was, like, it was like a filler song.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, you know, like,
Yeah,
I didn't really
though.
like it, and, like, I had the verses on it. And the verses were nice, but I didn't have a hook, and I just creatively, you know, I was just, like, you know, in a rut. So I'm like, oh, yeah, what do you want? You know,
Right.
and, like, fuck it, just put it in there, man, like. You know,
It
and that
came
was
out
kind of
dope,
lazy.
It did.
But, like, you know, well, I appreciate that, you know, but, like, this next project coming around is going to be real fucking precise, you know?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Okay. You definitely, like you said, you feel like 23 was almost like you picking a bunch of different, like, songs that you didn't really, like, go into the mindset of saying, hey, this is for my album 23, and, you know, like, this is why I'm putting it on there. Or,
It's just very experimental, you know? Like, when one's, like, you know, trying to make the best art, you know? I feel like you gotta find, like, your pocket and, like, what you know, want to do and where you want to take it, a direction at least, like, go in, you know? And, yeah, I think, you know, like, I've been working through a fuck ton of shit as far as music, and, like, I'm finally at, like, a place where, like, yeah, I guess, you know, shit, you know, the projects are gonna be more cohesive.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
More planned out.
yeah,
I got you.
I can feel
No,
that.
for sure.
What's the kind of the reason behind the title 23?
Oh, I was 23.
Okay.
That shit. So that was just like
off top.
the year, you know?
The year and the moments for it.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
you know, it was a moment, definitely.
I was hoping for something deep as fuck.
It's some crazy shit.
I was hoping for 23 reasons why.
Yeah.
I was hoping for 23 reasons why.
Right.
But no, it's cool. That's why 23.
Nah, for sure.
What would you say was one of your favorite songs of making that project?
Shit, I guess fucking. I really liked Eternal Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun because that dude Ben Durazo, shout out to Ben, is a fucking animal, and you know he doesn't get his due, but you know he's definitely a fucking legend in the game, and I appreciate him giving me that fucking beat, you know.
Yeah.
Breathe was, you know, probably, you know, like
definitely.
I like Where the Wild Things Are a lot. Just like on a personal level, but I think I wouldn't necessarily want to do that until like I could like cultivate like that idea a little bit further, you know. But yeah, that shit was cool. I mean, yeah, like I don't know. I don't like looking back at music. 'Cause I'm so critical of my shit, you know.
I think a lot of good artists are definitely like super critical with
extremely critical.
Yeah, you know. I mean, it's like you putting everything out there, you know what I mean? Like from your
life on the track.
For sure. So
yeah.
it's definitely something, but yeah, nah. I definitely resonated with Breathe for sure. That track kind of hits home for sure, you know.
Shit, is it time to spark up in this motherfucker? I'm
feeling
inclined too.
It might be goddamn time to spark up. You know, it's playing goddamn session, so we gonna.
I saw a cloud in this motherfucker. I was like, huh? Oh shit. Yeah.
We gonna have the clouds for sure, man.
Herbical blends coming too.
Big herbicals, you know what I'm saying? Big herbicals. Herbicals. But,
that herbicals are personal. You know what I'm saying? We don't keep that to yourself.
Yeah, this on personal.
You know, you smoke tree, right, brother?
Nah, man.
Oh yeah.
Tree.
Save the trees.
Tree. But yeah, nah, that breed definitely was fire, man. Like, especially like, you know, we was talking like during this like specific climate, like it's really like you sitting there on the musical side being like, yo, don't forget your time to breathe. You know, everybody need that reminder.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
take a step back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like real shit that like has gotten me through like a lot of shit, man.
Right.
You know, like I'm an anxious person, you know, and like especially like when things are like stacked against you, man. Like you just gotta breathe through it, you know.
100%, man.
Exactly.
Especially with there's a lot of shit going on right now.
You know, like so that like emotionally felt like I guess like the deepest song on there, you know.
Kind of like a monkey off your back type, just like. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah, that one was the most like elegant of the bunch, you know.
Elegant of the bunch.
Yeah.
Hey, for sure. And then of course, like you know, you had your instrumental track that you just add in that like.
Yeah, that was just like some random shit, you know. Like,
that reminded me of.
Man.
What did that remind me of? Off of Mac Miller project, like 55. I think the song's called 55. He just had an instrumental track. It was just. Crazy. It just sounded crazy. It was hella instrumentals and shit. Yeah.
Dude,
That's what reminded me of. It was dope.
Turn the fucking amps up.
You know what I'm saying? And just jam out.
Like, yeah.
In real life though, sometimes those be the hardest tracks off of tapes, like, you know, cause I'm like, you know, you listen to everything, you listen to the verses, you listen to everything, and it's hitting fire, and then you just hear that straight instrumental, where it's like there's no speaking. And it's just like, yo, like, I'm literally catching a motherfucking vibe, dog. It's like almost like some Kid Cudi shit and all that shit where you feeling the sounds, it's all wrapped up in your mind. You know, you smoking a little something, if you doing a little something, you know what I'm saying? It hits differently and it takes you to, it lets almost like the artist guide the goddamn listener, through everything, but as a listener, you feeling so much other shit, you know, and that's just fire.
It's about like experience, you know. It's about like trying to convey like a feeling, you know, through like the songscape, you know. And dude, like, yeah, I want to fucking do so much more than just like rap and shit, you know. Like, I want to fucking compose like.
What other lanes you see yourself getting into?
Like, I would do like a movie composition.
Oh shit, that would be fire.
Or like. compose for a show or something like that, man. That would be sick.
Do you do
Just like crazy ass synth sounds and shit, man. Just get hell fucking weird.
Hey, let's get weird.
Dude, like, have you seen Hereditary? Yeah, so like that shit, that movie score is like fucking nuts, cause like you hear the fucking score, man, like that motherfucker, like it sounds like a fucking like sci-fi thing, like you're in like fucking Alien, but like it's fucking terrifying and demonic and shit, and like I'm like, dude, I want to do some shit like that, you know, like that's just fucking crazy. Yeah, like just how that dude Ari Aster did that, man, fucking nuts. But
that lane is definitely open right now.
But yeah, dude, that shit like flipping just like emotion to like music, you know, like it's a strange thing, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, it's everything for sure. Do you do a lot of like videos right now, like video work?
Shit, man, I got this claymation video and stop motion with toys coming out pretty soon.
Oh, that's dope. Fire. And you work on that yourself, like, or do you got like specific team videographers and stuff that you work with?
Well, I got a guy to do the claymation stop motion part, but part of it's live action, and yeah, for the most part, me and my friends just do it ourselves, you know.
More in-house creative type vibes.
I mean, you know, like we try to like focus on like making things like the cinematography and like the elements of it aesthetically good, so there's not like as much editing that you have to do, you know.
Right.
And like if you're getting like still shots and shit, like, you know, it's depending on like location and like, you know, all of that shit, it could be relatively easy to make a dope video, you know. So
good, man.
that's just all shit to think about, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Facts.
A lot of shit goes into it, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, cinematography is a fucking motherfucker, man.
You got any like favorite directors?
Dude, Kubrick, Ari Aster, fucking, I don't know, man. A lot of, like, you know, shit. A lot of shit, man. Fucking.
There's a lot of different talent out there.
Facts. And then
legendary artists.
During this type of shit as artists, like everybody looking at them visuals too.
Yeah,
so
trying to
like,
watch something.
Yeah, motherfuckers, they just want to see whatever you trying to put out. So that definitely increases with like if you talk about marketing perspective and things like that. Like having those visuals, it touches for sure. Like when you do you ever like really thinking about like I'm gonna like really market my like music in this a certain way, or is it more so like just hella organic and you toss out and let the people react?
Well, I over the years, I guess now I've like kind of tried to build like my brand, if you will, like into like certain focal points and elements. But like I mean, all of that shit's just like genuinely me, man. Like that's what I do. I skate, I fucking play music. I make funk. I love funk. Like that's
shit.
what I listen to. That's what I like shit. So that's it.
Yeah, read that shit. Real talk.
I can dig it. We live this shit. Like, can't Cudi type vibes, huh?
Hey, so recently there's this chick named B Simone that says she ain't trying to have no nigga that works a 9 to 5. She can't fuck with it at all. How do you feel about a chick saying, yeah, if you work a 9 to 5, you're not an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? You can't understand my lifestyle. How would you feel about that?
For sure, everybody's gotta live their life, man,
Facts. Hey, her preference, right?
Yeah, I just don't give a fuck what other people do or think,
Right.
at this point,
Hell yeah.
Shit, dude. You got like one life to live, man, like, and I'm not gonna, like, I don't geek out, man. I just don't give a fuck, dude,
Yeah, you hear that, B Simone?
Hey, I don't give a fuck. Nah, she was catching a lot of flack, but for good reason though. It's like when she talking about that shit, she almost like you almost feel like she trying to like down a motherfucker. She talking about you gotta make more than double than me, like all type of shit. It's that typical kind of situation where you feel like she just one of almost those fake people, right? Like who trying to like draw in like certain comments, or you trying to like project a certain like
Definitely
thing.
a burden.
Yeah, like it's like yo, like
Yeah,
You don't have to be all that, all this.
You know, like if that leads to your happiness, you know, do you?
That leads to the
like,
fuck it, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my happiness, you know. So shit, you can't yuck on anybody's yum, you know.
Yuck on anybody's yum. Yeah. Nah,
shit.
I can dig it, bro. I can dig it for sure, for sure.
Hey, you see that new Dave Chappelle special?
Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking.
Shit was
powerful, dude.
Yeah.
It was. It definitely was.
Very powerful.
Like,
We had a lot of good points.
Yeah, whole
Very
time.
powerful points. But you needed points.
Really fucking elegantly said, like, and
Yeah.
broken down so, like, I guess, like,
Clear.
people can, yeah, very in, like,
Very
really fucking easy way to understand, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, dude, I mean, hopefully this shit, like, actually, you know, invokes, like, some real fucking change and we, like, do defund, you know, police.
We 100% need to defund the police. 100%.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
It's like when you defund the police, well, you ain't got no more money in the police. You ain't doing that.
They're gonna put money into, like, you know,
The community.
specialty, like, officers, you know, like, so, like, if there's, like, this type of conflict happening, then they're gonna send somebody who's equipped to deal with this type of conflict specifically, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, if there's, like, domestic disputes, it's not gonna be some fucking, like, dude from, like, Concord, you know, like,
Who ain't trained to handle that type of
Modesto
stuff.
or some shit like that. It's gonna be like a social worker that like lives out here, you know, like, and I don't know. I don't know, like.
I just
know,
feel
how
like they don't need to be
begin
riding
solve
around
shit,
in mini
but, like,
tanks and shit out here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
a whole
dude.
bunch of fucking cop cars, all these weapons and shit. Like, come on,
Yeah, like,
man.
what the fuck?
You could put that money towards the teachers, you know what I'm saying? You could put that money towards other productive
Well,
shit.
they could do a lot of
Okay.
shit, man, but like I think what people don't understand, like it's like hard to come to grips with is that like, you know, like people like fight under the idea that like the people they're fighting have like morality, you know,
Mhm.
like
You expect for them to have the same kind of like, you know, vibe or like
I
have
don't
the same
know,
type of.
like this, you know, I don't know, dude. It's interesting times, man. You know.
For
sure,
A
for
lot of
sure.
things are coming to light, for sure.
And it definitely seemed like in your music, you kind of like kind of touch on that part, and then you also touch definitely, you know, on like the introspective psychedelics, where obviously you're thinking about all of that that's happening and things like that, man. Like, could you tell us a little bit about your experiences with, you know, psychedelics and how that's inspired your music? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, Berkeley kid from Berkeley. Yeah.
Hippie Central for all y'all that don't know.
Berkeley is a hippie town for sure.
Man, for crazy story.
Done a lot of
First.
mushrooms, done a lot of acid, you know. Fucking used to, do a lot of mescaline, you know. I don't know, shit, dude. Just, I used to trip a lot, man. I don't really do it as much now, but, you know, I still enjoy it occasionally.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. Like, I personally, like, definitely have done, you know, acid. I've done, you know, like some shrooms before. Have tripped. And it's one of those things where I definitely feel like it changes your mind perspective, you know what I mean? Like how you look at certain lenses and how you really like perceiving the world. So it's, for me, it's definitely brought me to this point, and you know, it had me into like my different thought process and influenced me. So I can definitely hear that in your music where I'm like, man, like dude actually, he brings out that kind of like that trippy side, you know, in the music where, you know, like it's lit, like it's fire for sure.
It's really, you know, like, it's just hyper surreal, you know, like, reality. That's what, at least I try to fucking do, you know.
Right.
Like, I try to talk about real hard subjects and, like, you know, crazy
Trying to
ways,
just
you
dive
know?
in, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
What's the most passionate kind of subject right now that you feel like you really like into, and that you really like kind of like trying to bring light to?
Dude, fucking, we gotta save the planet, man. You know, planet's dying. You know,
People forget about that. Yeah.
bring an end to capitalism. You know, like, fucking, or just die. You know, like, but like either way, it's good, man. I'm good, but like,
Life is life.
shit, dude. You know, yeah.
Yeah. Gotta live life either way. Gotta do what you can, but you know, try to make it a better place. You know, but.
Exactly, bro.
Or for the next gen, you know. For my kids,
For all that though. Like factual.
Yeah,
And then, man,
I'll be damn if I let my kids grow up in the world we're going through right now. This shit is reckless right now.
it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe for
Yeah,
sure.
man. I
This shit
mean,
is reckless.
well, we'll see, dude. Like, shit's about to get crazy in the next couple of years, man. You know.
It is. It is for sure, man. And I hear it. And one of your newest songs that you just released. What's the name of that song?
Oh, Apocalypse Yesterday.
Apocalypse Yesterday. Where can people find that?
Oh, you can find it on Spotify, fucking Apple Music, Favorite, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, all shit, man.
All that shit.
All that shit. Yeah, I definitely hear you on there. You like, age of Aquarius, age of everything. So it's like almost like you touching into that goddamn mindset of where you like, things are changing and like coming into the future, like everybody's coming into that different mindset, a different vibe, and it's like about bringing that into in the best way to make things good, like in the earth, in the world right now that's happening. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Man, fucking, all you can do is do what you love to do, fucking, but yeah.
So hey, we got a game called Guess That Bar, man. We're gonna test this out. This is the first time we ever testing this game out. We're gonna call it Guess That Bar.
Guess that motherfucking bar, man.
Let's do this.
We're gonna see if we're gonna pick your brain as far as what bars you know what I'm saying. We're gonna give you a little hint. We're gonna say a couple lines. Then you gotta either finish it or you gotta say the artist's name.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we gonna try it out?
Hell yeah. So what's my favorite word?
Yeah.
Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Is this a bitch? Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bitch for 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Blow the whistle. You know what I'm saying? Something slight, too short, easy.
Yeah. Too short.
Too short. Yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to the Bay Area, man.
Facts. Too short. Legend, man, for sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. For sure.
Hit him with another one.
Shit. Crush a bit. Roll a bit.
It's Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness. Okay.
Crush a bit, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Roll it up, take it.
Okay, yeah. That's what we talking about. That's what we
Feeling
talking
it.
about.
Feeling right.
Okay, 2 for 2.
Mm-hmm. 2 for 2, 2 for 2, 2 for 2. Okay. Let's see. I got the list right here. So
we got the
yeah.
Young Blad was doing his research.
Young Blad. Shout out to DJ.
Yes, sir,
DJ
Blad.
goddamn Blad.
DJ Blad, drop some goddamn.
I feel like it's a little. We had some easier ones, so I'm gonna have to try to touch you with something a little bit harder. All right. So what's a guy without a?
Shit. I feel like I know this.
We can give you some hints too. You could call you can phone a friend with some hints.
Yeah, phone in if you need a hint.
I'll get a phone, or do I have to call somebody?
You need a
No,
hint.
if you need a hint, just say you need a hint, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thumbs up. That's all I'm gonna give you.
Dude, I'm blanking right now, man.
More.
Or should I say most dope?
I'm blanking, dude.
Okay.
What's a guy without a little OD?
Yeah. Mac goddamn Miller, man.
Mac
Off of
Miller.
Good AM. Yeah.
Okay.
100 grandkids.
No, yeah. Most definitely. Okay. And I try to piece the puzzle of the universe. Splitter.
Is that Lupe? No? I don't know, man.
Splitter ate the shrooms.
Oh, is that Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. But I ate the shrooms to do what?
Dude, man, I couldn't tell you, man.
See the
So
universe.
fucking baked, man.
Smoking that goddamn good
Yeah, I
shit.
got that, man.
The cherry pie.
Yes, sir.
You dig what I'm saying, man?
Let's see. I got one for you. So, paper chasing. Tell that paper, look, I'm right behind you.
Dude, like, I don't think I'm good with I swear, dude. We could do like 2 more, but yeah.
Hey, I think that was probably gonna be the hardest one.
Yeah, that was
You
gonna
be- man.
know what I'm saying?
the hardest
Hey,
one.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, it was Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
it was
just-
Lil Wayne.
Just throw me a
Weezy-ass
layup
baby.
real quick.
Yeah,
man. Come on.
He's like, God damn. Shit. You know what's my favorite word? Just hit it again. Yeah.
Exactly.
Man, who's your favorite big artist area coming out right now? Or just in general, man?
Artists in general. Dude, there's a lot of, great shit right now. I like Quelle Chris a lot.
Okay.
Innocent Country too. You know, that shit was hella sick. Earl was on that album. Homeboy Sandman was too. Shit. I don't know, man. New artist, fucking DiMaggio is cool.
Okay. Shout out.
Yeah, you know, fucking Cam the Underachiever.
Yeah, we definitely trying to have
Obviously,
Cam
you
on the
know,
show,
that's
so
my
shout out
fucking
Cam.
brother.
We coming for you, man. Cam can rap his ass off.
Dude, shout out to my guy G, fucking from Berkeley, man. Greg, that motherfucker is the cleanest rapper I've ever heard, besides Black Thought, man.
Damn, that's our praise right there.
Yeah, dude, that dude's a fucking monster,
damn.
man. Like, I used to be killing shit, but like, that dude's like on
Some
a whole
motherfucker
nother
said
level.
Black Thought.
That dude's
Yeah,
like
shit.
seafood, man. You know, like,
I'm telling some shit I ain't even heard of.
Yeah,
That's some
Black
AI
Thought,
shit.
dude,
Black
like,
Thought's
yeah,
for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Tap in.
Yeah, I like a lot of shit, man.
That's fire, man. Like, you fuck with, like, think people like, you know, you got, like, Mozzie, you got, like, Nuff the
Oh
Pharaoh.
yeah,
you got
Mozzie's
all
lit,
those
man.
people.
Fucking, I love Mozzie, dude.
Okay.
Fucking,
Mozzie Scope.
you know, like, I just love music that, like, you know, just talking about, you know, your experience and your, you know, like, that's authentic, you know, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be, like, you know, faked, you know,
Yeah,
and whatever
you can
that
feel
may
it.
be, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know,
No
like,
matter
you can
the
find
genre.
good music in any genre, you know.
Okay.
Like real quality shit, and like especially with like, you know, like producing and like you can find a sample in any genre, you know,
Fact.
and like
Yeah,
that
fire
shit's
sample
like
out
yeah,
that shit.
so like you better just like open your mind up, you know, like there's a
Fire.
lot to do with it, you know,
Yeah, it
a
really
lot
is.
to learn from. So
There's a lot of game to pick up out there for sure. So yeah, tell the people where they can find your music at, man.
you can find my music under HMZA on Spotify, Apple, you know, all
All
the
that.
shits, yada yada.
All that.
You know,
Any up and coming
SoundCloud.
projects?
dude, too many, man.
Too many.
Too many to fucking
Shit, not
even
enough.
talk about right now, man. But
He got some
like,
shit plotting.
yeah, I
You
got
got
a
any
funk.
titles?
I got a funk project coming out, man. Man, I was playing with like loving the time of Corona, you know, like, it's like loving the time of
Yeah,
Corona,
yeah.
but nah, like I don't know, man. Like shit, I'm just gonna let shit be where it is, you know.
Oh yeah. I feel that, man. Well,
I don't know.
I'm definitely excited for that to come, man. You definitely been dropping some hot shit, man.
Hot shit, man.
Hot shit. Well, this is fucking episode 2 of the Cloud Couch Sessions, man. We
Goddamn.
appreciate y'all, man. HMZA, yes sir. Appreciate you coming through,
Appreciate
brother.
you coming through, man.
Yeah.
Yes
Oh,
sir.
yeah, hell yeah.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Most up, man. Gonna get into this goddamn new shit that he got dropping. He gonna do a live session for y'all. It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be
Big
crazy.
man. Yeah, crazy.
Tune in.